we are going to be talking through page 42 in your Jump Math book, which is on the volume of rectangular prisms. Question 1 is going to actually break your rectangular prism into individual little cubes. So they'll start by asking you questions like, how many blocks are in the shaded layer? So if we look at the first one, it's going 3 by 2, which gives us 6. If we were to look at the second one, how many blocks down and across would it be? It would be 4 by 5, which gives us 20. Then they're going to ask us how many blocks are in each layer. So it's basically our answer to this question, right? There's 6. So for this one, there would be 20 blocks in this layer. Then they ask us how many horizontal layers are there. So we're looking at how many layers up and down. So this one was 2. How many horizontal layers are in the second shape? There are 3 horizontal layers in the whole shape. Then they ask how many blocks are in the whole box. So you need to multiply B and C. So they did 6 times 2 equals 12. So we're going to multiply 20 times 3 equals 60. So those are the same steps you'll follow for the third box. Question 2 is going to give us letters instead of numbers so that we can look at writing a formula. So a box is L blocks long, W blocks wide, and H blocks tall. How many blocks are in each horizontal layer? So if we thought of our first question, we have these horizontal layers that are kind of one direction by another. So what 2 directions do we need to multiply to get our horizontal layer? So it would be L times W, or length times width. Then they ask us how many layers are there? So how many layers do we have going up and down? So it is going to be H layers. To figure out how many blocks are in the whole box, what do we need to do? So we would get L times W times H. We'd need to multiply those 3 characteristics together. Write a formula for the volume of the box using the words height, width, and length. What would we write? So this would become length times width times height equals the volume. And so this is actually the traditional formula. They just wanted you to step by step come to it so you could understand it. Now we're going to put this into practice using a couple of examples. So for question 4, they're asking us to find the volume of the box. So we need to figure out what these volumes are. So our width for the box is going to be, it's 2 blocks. Our length is going to be 2 blocks, and our height is going to be 2 blocks. To figure out our volume, we need to multiply all 3 together, so our volume is going to be 8 blocks. Now, one of the things that you have to be aware of is to get the area, we're looking at question 3, of 1 centimeter squared, we multiply 1 by 1. So that's giving us a 2-dimensional shape. And because there's 1 centimeter times 1 centimeter, our answer is 1 centimeter squared, because a centimeter times a centimeter is like an exponent of 2. When we get to volume, How many dimensions are we multiplying? We're multiplying 3. We have length, width, and height. So we'd have 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter. So 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. And a centimeter times a centimeter times a centimeter is a centimeter cubed. So when you get to actual units other than blocks, you need to make sure that your unit is now cubed instead of squared. So however many units you multiply is what your exponent needs to be at the end.